Did you know that just 1 liter of used motor oil can contaminate up to 1 million liters of water? Have you ever imagined turning a used oil engine into something incredibly useful, practical, and functional? Something that most people wouldn't even think is possible? Well, that's exactly what you're going to learn in today's video. Let's explore 2 creative and effective ideas for reusing used motor oil. If you found this idea interesting or helpful, don't forget to give a video a thumbs up. These ideas are surprisingly easy to try out, and the materials you need are things you can easily find around your home or local area. Alright, it's time for the first idea, and all you need to get started is a simple candle. After the wax is fully melted, go ahead and pour it into a small glass jar. Just be careful. The wax will be very hot, so use heat-resistant gloves if needed, and make sure the jar is sturdy enough to handle the temperature. Next, while the wax is still hot and in liquid form, add about 50 milliliters of used motor oil into the jar. Make sure to stir it gently so the oil blends well with the melted wax before it starts to cool down. Just keep stirring until everything is well combined. You'll know it's ready when the wax and oil form one smooth, even mixture. Once it's fully hardened, it turns into a high-quality shoe polish. Smooth, effective, and surprisingly easy to make. Alright, now let's move on to the second tip. And this one is just as clever and useful as the first. I've got a bunch of old batteries lying around that I haven't used in a long time. And I even have a few batteries that have already been disassembled with their outer casing removed. When you open up a dry cell battery, you'll find a black carbon rod in the middle. That's the positive terminal. Around it, there's a bunch of dark powder, which is a mix of chemicals like manganese dioxide. There's also a moist paste that helps conduct electricity. And finally, the shiny metal casing outside is actually zinc, which acts as a negative terminal. I'm going to remove all the black powder from the other batteries as well. This powder, mainly made of manganese dioxide and other chemicals, is a material that surrounds the carbon rod inside each cell. After collecting all the black powder, I'm going to add a small amount of used motor oil to it. Now, I'm going to apply the mixture onto the surface of the wood. To apply the mixture, you can use a regular paintbrush for better control, or a sponge if you want a softer, more even finish. Both work well depending on the texture you're aiming for. At this point, let the wood sit for a while, so the mixture has time to soak in and dry properly. Make sure not to touch or move it until it's fully set. Once applied, the mixture gives the wood a darker, aged appearance, almost like a rustic or antique finish. It also adds a slight sheen and helps protect the surface from moisture and dust. It's been around 30 minutes and most of it is dried, though there are still a few spots that need a bit more time. But overall, the color looks really nice already, smooth, rich, and quite impressive. Two hours later, it's finally and completely dry, and the finish looks great. This is a great way to give old wood a fresh, weathered look using simple materials that would otherwise go to waste. Thanks to the properties of used motor oil, the mixture not only enhances the wood's appearance, but also helps repel insects like termites and wood borers. The oil soaks into the wood fibers, creating a layer that pests tend to avoid, giving the wood longer-lasting protection. Alright, now it's time to return to the wax polish we prepared earlier and see how it turned out. It has now cooled down and solidified into a firm wax. Now it's ready to use. Just grab a cloth or brush, and you can start polishing your shoes with it. All right, let's put this homemade shoe polish to the test and see how well it works. After just a few strokes, you can already see the difference. The surface looks noticeably shinier and smoother. The wax spreads evenly and gives the leather a clean, refreshed look. It not only restores the shine, but also adds a thin layer of protection against dust and moisture. Honestly, it works just as well as store-bought polish. And the best part is, it's homemade from simple, recycled materials. This mixture can also be used to restore and protect old textured plastic surfaces on cars, like faded bumpers or trims. The oil brings back the dark, rich color while helping to shield the surface from dust, moisture, and sunlight. If you got an old car with dull plastic parts, give it a try. You might be surprised at the results. But that's not all. It also forms a thin protective layer that helps repel water and keep out dust and dirt. So there you have it. 2 simple ways to recycle used motor oil and old batteries into something useful. It's a great reminder that with just a bit of effort, we can turn trash into treasure and do our part for the planet. Give it a try and see how satisfying DIY recycling can be.